Story. Let's go into the conversation. Now, this is one of those things which I'm like, did I do that? Did someone lie to me? Like, I feel like someone lied to me here. Somebody lied. I just can't put a finger on it. I'm not too sure whether someone lied to me or not. So let me tell you the story, and then you can tell me at the end whether or not someone lied to me, or am I overthinking it? Well, like, did I overthink it? Okay. So I met this guy on Instagram. He hit me up on DM, and normally I don't respond to anyone's DMs, but I went through his profile and I was like, ooh, swaggerific. I'm so swaggerific. Like, the guy had mad swagger. Okay, he looked good. Like, he dressed well. And something about me, I like a man who dresses well, or at least I used to. I don't know. I used to like a guy who dressed well. So when I saw his whole outlook, he would pair his outfits really well. He gave swag. He gave suave. He gave sexy man who knows how to dress himself. I was like, all right, cool. So when I saw this, I decided to respond to the DM and I said, hey, what's up? And we started the conversation from there. We would talk quite often, mostly on DM because I hadn't given him my number. So we would talk a lot. It was a back and forth. He was always checking up on me. I'm responding. I'm checking up on him. And it became a bit of like a getting to know each other, right? And during this process of getting to know each other, he told me that he was celibate. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I get it, but like, why are you celibate? And he's telling me about this journey that he's been on. It's a very spiritual journey where he's, looking to manifest a lot more. He's looking to be in touch with his spirituality, not necessarily his Christianity, but just his spirituality. He was very much trying to elevate himself, and he realized that coitus, okay, the bound was not a thing that was getting him closer to his goals. So he decided to take it out of the conversation and start to get to know people from a more authentic perspective without necessarily getting into the sexual acts of it all, into the sexy bits of it all. And I was like, okay, I respect that. Shout out to you for making that decision. Mind you, I had been on a bit of a dry spell, not gonna lie. It had been a minute. I think I had just split up from the person that I'd been with for like a year, and it was one of those, you're in like transition. You're trying to get to know new people, you're trying to get to meet new people, you're trying to date new people, and he was part of the people. Okay, so when he told me he was celibate, I was like, oh damn, that sucks for me because I'm just trying to get some. All right, I was like, it was bad, bruh. It had been a minute. Okay. So all this effort felt like, damn, am I wasting my effort? Do I just like, find somebody else out with and then move on? Or like, what are we doing? Like, because, hey, relationships take time. And if we have to cross that boundary of getting to know each other to the point where you're comfortable, and also you change your mind, because I don't know when the celibacy is ending, by the way. I'm not the one to dictate when the celibacy is ending. So, like, this is a type conversation where he's leading the conversation, I'm just following. But I was patient enough and I said, you know what, maybe that should be my journey too. Maybe I should get into this. I'm already in my celibate era. Like, I haven't gotten some in a while, so maybe I could be celibate by circumstances. Anyway, so as we get to know each other, the conversation transitioned into, oh my god, we should meet up. We should definitely link up. Come over to my house. Let's like chat. Let's get to know each other. And mind you, because of the fact that there was no bound chicka and wowing happening, I said, okay, cool, no pressure, nothing's gonna happen. It's just getting to know this guy. And when he said it, I was like, okay, cool, I'll come over. Aina shida, nitakuja. So I took my legs, my own two legs, all the way to where he lived. And he lived somewhere on Siokimau. That place where they have that, there's a mall, I think with a Naivas, I don't know what to call it. There's usually that mall. I don't know what it's called, Spur, I don't know. There's a mall on your way to Siokimau that's just on this side, on the left side. And then there's a road going up. There's like a road going up, and then down your estates and stuff like that. So I took my way, all my two legs, went all the way to that side. That's where he lived. Got there, we started a conversation. It was very fulfilling. Honestly, one thing about this guy, he was very interesting, he was very enchanting, he was very woke. So I really enjoyed the conversations with him, getting to know him, and so on and so forth. So we're just kikiing, having a good time, chatting, catching up, getting to know each other, the works. And at some point, I think did he ask me whether he could kiss me, or did it just happen organically? I don't know. All I know is the two of us started smackarooning. Okay, there was like a peckering and a peckering. There was a little bit of that happening. And that started like, it escalated and it became like it's a full-on makeout session. Okay, so we're moving from the kitchen counter. Now we're on the bed, mind you. When I actually got to his house, it was just an SQ, to be honest, because it was just one room with everything. So we're sitting on the counter, we move from the counter, we go on the bed. It wasn't even a bed, it was just a mattress on the floor. And I was like, okay, what did I bring myself to again? I don't know. Anyway, so we're making out on the on the bed. We're making out, smackarooning. A lot of that is going on. He said he was celibate, remember? Yeah. So at some point, I'm like, oh, I don't know. I feel like this is going too far. And I'm trying to respect your boundary that you set and your very clear stance on staying celibate. So maybe we should stop. He's like, no, let's just keep going. So the making out is going on, smacking of lips, hands is moving, things is happening. Mind you, I am still very much fully dressed. And so is he. So as hands are moving, it gets to a point where hands moved, right? And my hands ended up somewhere near his pelvic area. But then I stopped and I said, look, no, you're celibate. I'm not trying to break your whole spiritual journey. You've been on this for a bit. I don't want to break it. He's like, no, flipped me over. The making out is getting heat. It's getting hot. It's getting intense. It's really going. I'm like, oh, am I actually going to be able to, am I actually going to get some? Because, it's been a minute. It's a lot. Again, consciously, I am trying to remind myself that, hey, you're not going to make this man break his whole celibacy streak. So, as everything is going on, I flip him. And so now I'm like in control, right? And I tell him, no, it's not going to happen. I really do respect what you're standing for and what you represent. I'm not going to do this. He's like, fuck that. So he pulls down his pants. Mind you, I am still very much fully clothed, right? So as all this is going on, he just starts making sounds and like, what? And I'm going like, what's going on? Next thing, he just does like a I'm like, The part that confuses me is that he says, oh, that was so good. That was the best sex I've had in a while. I'm like, huh? Who had coitus over here? Because I don't think any coitus was had. Okay? Like, to my knowledge, nothing has happened here. It's just been a very hot makeout session. So, huh? He's like, oh man, that was the best sex I've had in a long time. So I interrupt him and I'm like, sorry, I'm so sorry to interrupt your flow, but like you and I have not had coitus. Like, I don't understand what you're saying to me right now. He's like, oh, stop acting like you didn't like it. I know you liked it. I'm like what exactly? Because I'm confused. Like, my clothes are fully on. What do you mean? He's like, yeah, but I just whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but again, doesn't mean you and I. No, that doesn't. That's not what that means. Is that what that means? Do I not understand coitus? Again, I was very new to this. In fact, I had just broken my virginity like that year. First of all, at 24. So like, okay, I'm 24 years old. This is still a very new experience to me. I've only literally been with like one person. So, is Is that what it's? Is that what it is? Cause like, I don't. Maybe I did I. Huh? So he continues on with his praises, and me just looking at him confused. So, okay. I mean, I guess. Also, that happened in like a span of 30 seconds between him pulling down his pants and him was like 30 seconds. So I'm like, what is that? What was that? Anyway, I still don't know. I'm still not very sure. So you're gonna have to tell me. Uh, Did we? Did that happen? Did that happen? Life fucked?